All right, boys and girls, we're going to finish going over our weight conversion notes, okay? Yesterday, you worked with Miss Lesknick on going over pounds and ounces, that there are 16 ounces in a pound, and you can use those numbers to help you do your conversions. Today, we're going to be doing some conversions, except we're going to look at tons and pounds, okay? So we're converting tons to pounds or pounds to tons, okay? So this first example, you're asked how many pounds are in 6 tons. So you have to think to yourself, you know that a ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. So that's one of those that we learned at the beginning of the weight, that 2,000 pounds is in a ton. 2 tons would equal 2,000 plus 2,000 plus 2,000. Sorry, 2,000 plus 2,000, or 2,000 times 2, okay? To find out how many pounds are in 6 tons, you would multiply 2,000 times 6. You also talked about yesterday, when you're going from the smaller number to a bigger number, you're going to be multiplying, okay? When you're going, so 1 is smaller than 2, you're going to go to the bigger number, it's going to be multiplication. So 2,000 times 6. Remember, with weight conversions, you can use your calculator. But boys and girls, the nice thing about tons is there's all of these zeros. So all we have to do is do 2 times 6, right? Which we know equals 12, and then we have our 3 zeros there. So you can use your calculator, but we can also use the fact that we understand our zeros here, okay? So let's go over and look at some more problems converting tons to pounds. Again, top of here, you have that reminder again that when you're going from a smaller to a bigger number, 1 ton to 2,000 is 2,000 pounds, you're multiplying. So if I have 4 tons, what am I multiplying by to get to pounds? Right, I'm multiplying by 2,000. So I would do 4 times 2,000, okay, which equals what? So all I have to do is 4 times 2, which is 8. And then I have our 3 zeros here, so it becomes 8,000. Again, you can use your calculator for this section, but you shouldn't need to when you're multiplying. All right, so 8 tons would be how many pounds? So we're going to do 8 times what? 2,000. Again, 8 times 2,000. So what do we do? 8 times 2 is 16. Plus how many zeros? 3. Okay. So 8 tons is equal to 16,000 pounds. I'm going to let you do these two on your own. All right. Then we're moving down to our next example, which is turning pounds to tons. So this is how many tons are in 6,000 pounds. So you're going to think to yourself, when you change from tons to pounds, you're going to be multiplying. That's what we just did. But when you change from pounds to tons, you divide. Again, when it's a bigger number going to smaller, 2,000 pounds equal to 1 ton, you are dividing, okay? So it becomes 6,000 divided by 2,000. Again, you can decide, you've got all these zeros, you can not look at the zeros, and you can just do 6 divided by 2, which equals 3. Okay, 6 divided by 2 equals 3, and we're not even paying attention to the zeros. Okay, that's how that works. Okay, but if that's hard for you to figure out in your head, you can just do it in your calculator too. You could do 6,000 divided by 2,000. But the nice thing about this is the zeros cancel each other out, okay, when you're dividing. So another example here, 4,000 pounds, okay, and how many tons would that be? So you would take your 4,000, you would divide it by 2,000, and then you don't pay attention to the zeros, you just do 4 divided by 2, and what is 4 divided by 2? It's 2, right? So how many tons is 4,000 pounds? It's 2 tons, okay? Again, use your calculator if you need to. 24,000 pounds. So I'm going to take my 24,000, and we're trying to figure out how many tons, so I'm dividing it by 2,000. And so all I have to think of is, what is 24 divided by 2, okay? Again, if you know your multiplication and your division facts, you should be able to figure out 24 divided by 2. The zeros cancel each other out, okay? But if you want, I've got my little calculator here, you could also do 24,000 divided by 2,000, and your answer would be 12. So then that means it's 12 tons. Okay, so again, if you're going from tons to pounds, you're going to be multiplying. If you're going from pounds to tons, you're going to be dividing. Either way, though, you are either multiplying by 2,000, okay, like we did up here, or you're dividing by 2,000. But 2,000 is that magic number that you need to remember when you're thinking about tons and pounds, okay? And I'll let you do those last two problems at the bottom.